Okay, so we're going to keep talking about questions. And I want to remind you that a question is a sentence that asks something. Who, what, where, when, why, and how are question words. You can ask a question when you want to know more about something. You can ask a question if you're not sure about something. So we have two examples down here. When is recess? That's a question we ask a lot. How do you play hopscotch? And remember that questions begin with capitals at the beginning and end with a question mark as our punctuation. So I might give you a topic, and my topic is going to be tacos. That's my topic. What are some questions that I could ask about tacos? I might ask, how do people make tacos? And I'm going to put a question mark. I might ask, when can I have tacos again? Oops, I spelled again. Again. And I'm going to put a question mark. So you can have a topic of something like tacos, and you can ask questions about it. Maybe my topic is turtles. My topic is turtles. So what's something I could ask about turtles? I might ask, where do turtles live? And I would put my question mark. So that is a question I could ask about turtles. Where do turtles live? My next topic might be clouds. Clouds. Okay, what's a question I could ask about clouds? I might ask, how do clouds form? That's a good question. How do clouds form? Okay, my topic is trucks. Okay, that's an interesting topic. What's something I could ask about trucks? I might ask, what can trucks carry? And I'm going to put a question mark. So you can see that we can have lots of different topics and we can ask lots of different questions about those topics. Notice that each question I had a question word. How, when, where, what, and they all have question marks at the end. When we ask a question or write a question, we put a question mark. All right, so using questions, we're going to change each statement to a question. Remember, a statement is a sentence that tells us something. And these are all statements. We're going to change them to ask a question. We will use a question word to help us do that. So number one, the movie will start soon. So how could I change that to a question? I might ask, when will that movie start? That's a question. When? And I put a question mark. Okay. So I changed one. Number two, open your science book. Oh, that is a command, isn't it? It's telling us to do that. So I'm going to change it by making sure I have a question word in there. What book do I open? So now I have a question. What book do I open? Number three, Jan wrote that book. How could I change that to a question? Maybe I say, who wrote that book? Put my question mark. Notice how I'm using question words. When, what, who, and they all end with our punctuation of a question mark. Number four, we can play in the yard. I'm going to change that to a question. I'm going to ask, where can we play? Put my question mark. And our last one is number 5, and it tells us Manny walked to school quickly. How did Manny walk to school? So I changed that statement to a question and I asked, how did Manny walk to school? Manny walked to school quickly. So look at our questions. They all have question words. When, what, who, where, how, and they all end with question marks. So here's how you're going to practice. It tells us in our box, many questions begin with what, can, when, where, do, or are. In our examples, can you join us? Are you on the team? So question words and question marks. And our directions tell us to write the correct word in the word bank to begin each sentence. Write the correct end mark. So here's our question words. What, can, when, where, do, are. So number 1 has a blank, and we need to choose one of these question words to put here. And the rest of our sentence reads, can I bring my jacket? So I might say, I said bring, I meant hang. This is a question word. Can I hang my jacket? Well, one of these fits here. And I'm going to do this one for you, and it's going to be where. So what I would do is I would write the word where, and our sentence reads, can I hang my jacket? And what do I put at the end of a question? I put a question mark. So at the end of this question, I would put a question mark. So that's how you do that. So I use this one. I want you to pick the correct question word to fill in these blanks, and remember to put your correct punctuation, your question mark.